for a lot of the children, although they may very well do drama in school, they haven't worked with us before, so it's a new experience, and hopefully by the end of it they will be more confident. And we've seen that this morning with some of the children. Over the course of an hour, some of them have grown in confidence and are speaking and are more willing to speak out in a group.
Okay, this time we'll go around and very lightly, what I want you to do is go around and just tap everybody on the back of the knees, right? As quickly as possible. Okay, off you go. Right, very lightly. Okay, very good.
I think the activity-based approach through drama has enabled the children to express their thoughts, their concerns, their worries, their anxieties in an activity-based way, rather than trying to write them down and record them in that way, where they can say things and also get responses.
It's a conversation like talking, but with your hands.
So we're going to have a game in a minute where you're working in pairs, making up ridiculous rumours.
Well, I've heard that the teachers are actually brainwashing hippies.
I've heard that a maths teacher hangs upside down in the night and as a vampire.
I heard the 11 formers, no, the 6 formers turn into werewolves.
I've heard your head gets flushed.
The children are making up the rumours. On the one hand, yes, they are exercising their imagination and having fun. I mean, they're playing the game of making up something ridiculous, and partly we've given them some examples of that, so that sort of models what they're needing to do. But underlying their rumours, even if they're incredibly ridiculous, there are some real anxieties.
The drama activities is very, very useful, especially where some of them can detach themselves, because you're pretending it's a boy, a girl, not them, and they can put their feelings onto that person and pretend it's them, although it really is their thoughts and their fears.
This brother and sister that are going to be in our story, right, what sort of things do you think they might be worried about going to high school? Right, have a little think about that, yeah. Yeah.
They might be worried that people in secondary school are going to take drugs.
They could be worried that there might be people in secondary school that take drugs.
They could be worrying about people forcing them to do things.
Worrying about people forcing them to do things.
They could be worried that people flush their heads down the toilet.
Right, worried that people are going to flush their heads down the toilet.
The drama workshops have definitely helped the children, because they've been allowed to explore their worries and their concerns through drama, not having to go to the teacher and say it was their actual concern. So they've put their concerns onto somebody else.
The power of the circle in drama is that everybody can see each other, for example, which is very different from even being in an open plan classroom where you can sit behind. You're exposed, you have to be seen, and you can see everybody else, so everybody contributes. So it automatically gives you both a safety net but a public place.
See, what can you see as you look through the school gates? Right, just close your eyes, for the moment.
I can see like a 5-level building.
You can see a 5-level building, a very tall building. What can you see?
Lots of cars, lots of big children laughing and joking.
Right, lots of cars and lots of big children laughing and joking.
Just like loads and loads of people and stuff.
Loads and loads of people.
And my sister coming along and like annoying me.
Your sister coming along and annoying you.
Different people I've never seen.
Different people I've never seen, yeah.
1,600 children staring at you.
Right, lots of children staring, or imagining they're staring at you.
A huge building full of children.
I remember when I was in reception, I was crying for my mummy.
I remember first coming into reception and everybody staring at me.
I remember when I was in year 1, I moved to year 2, I accidentally went to my year 1 class and sat back down there.
I remember when I went to a new junior school that I got completely lost and I didn't know where my classroom was. And I went round and round the corridors and I couldn't find it, so I just stood there and cried.
I remember doing really well in the start of high school, then doing really badly in the middle, then doing it properly towards the end and feeling good about myself because I thought that I did well.
I remember going to high school and there was a boy came from Spain to the school. He'd been at school in Spain and he'd only been in England he could speak English, but he spoke with a Spanish accent and everybody laughed at him and actually made him go on the table and dance on the table. And I became best friends with this boy because I felt sorry for him. I became friends with him. And I'm still friends with him after all these years. First thing I want us to do, and I'll demonstrate what I mean, working in your pairs, taking it in turns, I want you to describe your bedroom, right? Your bedroom and all the different things that are in your bedroom, all the things that you care about.
I've got a DVD and a video and a Freeview box on top. This is where I put my remotes. This is my dressing thing where I put the rest of my clothes in. My aftershave one there. And in these boxes I got my videos and my DVDs.
In this drawer here, I got my games, I got all my stickers and that. I got all my sprays like Lynx and aftershave. And in my drawer I got my PlayStation games, my DVDs.
I have a big double bed here, and then I have my dresser table over here, and then my bedside cabinet here. Then I have a big long wardrobe down here, and it holds 5 big piles of clothes.
Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to pretend, we won't name the school, but Linford is going to take you on a tour of high school.
In the previous week we were very lucky to have a lad on work experience who was a year 10 pupil in a high school. Yeah. So he was also able to take part in the drama, and we did an exercise where he took the children round an imaginary high school and introduced them to the various places in the high school. In some ways it was possibly the most successful part of the session because they were asking so many questions and Lyndon was providing all sorts of interesting, reassuring answers.
Okay, we're going to go to the hall and then you can ask me any questions you want in the hall.
How big is it?
How big is it? Much bigger than like the primary school ones. They've got a big stage, huge stages. You've got like backstage, and then you've got the huge halls, much bigger than these. Okay, we'll go to a science room.
Do you can you get burnt if you had protective stuff on?
Yeah, you can get burnt because have you all seen a Bunsen burner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get burnt on those, especially with the explosives, because you get to try out as well. Yeah.
Do you get lots of homework?
Lots of homework. Homework. In year 7, like the beginning of term, you won't get much, but then gradually you'll obviously get more and more.
How long did it take you to finish your homework? Depends how much you get.
20 minutes, I think. Yeah, any questions about the toilets? Yeah.
Does anyone flush their head down the loo?
Flush their head down the loo. No, nobody's had their heads flushed down the toilet. It's like a myth. It's a complete myth. I think it's just something like to scare you guys. Maybe it's told by your brother and sister, like to scare you, because they like to annoy you and scare you, things like that.